is that it's really important when we as consumers and citizens use these gadgets or rely on some software jiggery-pokery that's been done by somebody else, to think about the somebody else, and not just the person we write a check to or the corporation that we transfer funds to, but what is the entire labour process that brought this joy or this object of labour to us? Where did it come from? You know, starting with the mining of coltan for central processing units done in Congo that I mentioned, 5 million people dead in the Civil War that is still ongoing, much of which is funded by the participants taking part in mining that then goes into all your gadgets. Then to think about who physically puts those things together in their working conditions. In, for example, in the case of televisions, the 3 biggest manufacturers of TV, Mexico #1, China and Vietnam very close to 2 and 3. Often, for example, women who are of childbearing, potentially childbearing age, are manufacturing these things under extremely unsafe conditions with all kinds of health effects as a consequence, frequently denied toilet breaks or very policed toilet breaks, working 15-hour days, no overtime. Then in the case of the maquiladora, they go over the border in San Diego, and the cost of buying a TV in San Diego, hundreds of bucks less than the cost of buying it in Ciudad Juarez, because of the deals that the United States and Mexico struck in the 60s when the guest worker program between us and them was ended. Then the television is taken to you on a truck, you buy it, you use it, you're using massive power all the time to use it. When you're done with it, as I mentioned, it gets taken away, but gee, where does it really go? So if we could start to think about these things in terms of the labour process all the way through from go to work, if we could start to think about them in terms of the environmental impact when we're using them, then some of the romance that goes with them wouldn't have to be completely lost, but it would be a bit more realistic and would make us more credible as citizens with global responsibilities to our neighbours as well as those very far away.